LA, I hope, has a vision that I hope that we'll be here 30 years from now, but celebrating victory, on the side of victory, on the side of freedom. And I think we have to do that. So lots of folks know who I am, so I won't belabor the point, but I'll just share this with you that there's no quit. And this has got to be a supernatural deliverance story. And so what are the natural consequences of someone's in a cell or a cage and they shouldn't be? And I want you to cast your vision for the future. And the politicians, the 435 congressmen, the 100 senators, I might have the numbers wrong, but the people that are going to have to safeguard whatever we rebuild, whatever foundation, I firmly believe it will start and stop with those. It was a righteous thing to do. So don't let anyone shame you, shame your family. Don't listen to the poisonous narrative that somehow you are guilty of some sin for being here. For the folks that are still vacillating, if this is live stream, that are afraid to come, it's the greatest disservice to what our J6ers demonstrated on the 6th. They demonstrated courage, and if the only failure of January 6th is that there should have been more than 2 million, there should have been 80 million Americans, and they should have never left. They should have never left. So claim that mantle of righteousness, and just know that God doesn't need everyone. He actually wants the few. He wants his Gideon's army. He wants just enough people to glorify him when he shows up. And he's going to show up. He's going to give you a Red Sea moment in his perfect time. So I'll share one blog, just like everyone else. But just know that you are special people. And my vision is that every feckless politician that has sold us out will be replaced by true stewards, true sons and daughters of this republic, and that they're going to give us that buffer of time to teach the next generation to come along. But it's going to be the J6ers that lead the way. So thank you.
Appreciate it. So one thing that I wonder about, and like meet so many people who maybe weren't at January 6th, but I call them honorary J6ers. And so all of you guys are. So you see a lot of celebrity J6ers, like the certain prisoners and around the movement, like the professor and stuff. But the movement is about the average everyday person. So I really want you guys to come up and introduce yourself and why you're here, what it all means to you. Would you like to go next?
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Rosemary Westbury. This is Bob. One of 4 in my family that has been charged with J6. 2 have witnessed the murder of Roseanne Moylan, my son Aaron and my son Isaac. And Bob and Jonah are also facing charges. But those two are facing felony charges, pretty egregious. This means so much to us. I'm beyond honored to be part of God's people, just completely God's people. I'm going to read now. The Psalms are special, I think, to all of us. But when I look at the Psalms, I equate them to the year, okay? And I always pray at the beginning of the year, Lord, what do you see? What should we pray for in this year? And so this is 2023, so that would be Psalm 123. And this is what it says. It's very short, but it's to the point. To you I lift up my eyes, O you who are enthroned in the heavens. Behold, as the eyes of servants look to the hand of their master, as the eyes of a maidservant to the hand of her mistress, so our eyes look to the Lord our God, to until he has mercy upon us. Have mercy upon us, O Lord, have mercy upon us. For we have had more than enough of contempt. Our souls have had more than enough of the scorn of those who are at ease, of the contempt of the proud. And for we've had more than enough of that contempt. They're sitting at ease while we struggle. But God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's not blind and he's not deaf. He sees and he hears. And his righteousness, his glory will show through. And the only thing that I pray that those that are contemptuous, those that are at ease, would repent. Because otherwise there's a bleed. So if anyone is listening to this that thinks that they're up here, and, just, he's been put through a lot.
To be able to be here and to speak on behalf of our family and other families that I know of. I don't know what that means, but like Rose said and prayed, God does know. Not only will God be there, but God has been there throughout this time. Even though I don't know what the answer is, I don't know what the future is, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But I believe in God and I trust in God, and He's the. And so.
Do I have to start pointing people out? You want to go? There we go. We're a family tonight.
I'm humbled to be here tonight. I don't know the rest of it. I said, I think we need to be there. So he got in his truck, him and another David, and we all took off to D.C. He blew through Tennessee, threw me in the truck. But it was the fact that I seen our country going down a path that was not what I found to be true and righteous. So that was in distress. Not only did they deliberately commit acts to steal an election and to disenfranchise every American vote. And I don't care if it's a Democrat vote. I don't care if it was a Republican vote. The bottom line was they were disenfranchised. They just don't see it. And that's the. I know you get this. And I know Tone, you get this. And I know Tommy does, and several others in here. He is our path forward. And I was talking about this earlier, and I was talking with Sherry a little bit. We don't live in fear. That's not what we're supposed to do. Can I finish with a song? Would you mind? When I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, holy thunder, thy power through all the universe. God to thee, how great thou art! How God bless each and every one of you and our J6s across this country, their families.
Thank you so much. So, I have a vision with it. I don't know if anybody's ever told you, but it's a really, really awesome, documentary type thing. I had an idea of all the phone calls that we filmed over the last year.
My name is Mary Caldwell. I'm here with my husband Kevin, and we are very grateful and honored to be here. We had a call from Sherry a couple of weeks ago, and she told us about this event, like people and families, and just how beautiful it was, and the money that was raised. And she said she'd heard about us, and she said, we want you all to be the beneficiary this year of any funds that are raised, so please come and be a part of it. So just to tell you how we got involved with American Patriot Relief, my husband and I, Kevin, were looking forward to retirement when that's really when we woke up. We'd just been adults going about our lives and looking forward to retirement, and had grandchildren now, and down to the border. And he met Terry Anderson, who is also a founder of American Patriot Relief. The J6 community started growing. We are not J6ers, but I watched the whole thing unravel that day, and like Irene was describing, just, you know, shock and awe of what was going on, and, you know, it didn't have to happen that way. Peaceful demonstration. But anyway, so Terry Anderson, along with Mark and Jaleese Middleton, really had it on their heart to start a foundation to help January 6ers and their families. Initially, we thought we would help with legal fees, but because no one is winning their trials, we felt like that would be a waste of funds and donation money. So we've really focused on the families, the support needed for the families, the wives, the children, the husband to suicide. And so we've started a support line. So please, if you're not aware of it, or want to get some little cards that have the number on it, just to hand out to friends that you know, please do so, because even one life taken is too many to you know, be threatened by our government and suicide over that. Anyway, so we've really gotten involved with this, and we're just so grateful to be involved with this community. And we worked really hard in the 2022 elections. You know, 2022, we worked really hard with about 10 conservative candidates. None of them got elected. So it was very, very frustrating. We did get one woman in who had a little bit of Dallas County, and mostly, though, she was a very conservative area, so I guess we could call that a win. But anyway, I was so upset about it, just the time and effort that we had put in. And, you know, I was talking to God when I told Kevin, I said, I get it. It wasn't about winning any of those races. It was about the community of people. And the folks who went to the Capitol on January 6th. And it's just such a wonderful community to be associated with. And that was really what all those hours of hard work was about.
And she's exactly right. The moment that she made that realization, we both realized that there were a new 100 people in our life that weren't in our life 6 months ago prior to that. And it truly was about God saying, you need to be more about community. You need to expand your horizons. You need to look to other people to help you. And you need to be available to other people to help them. So American Patriot Relief, we refer to it today as J6 and beyond. Because with all the groups that we talk to, our intent over time, and this is the long haul, is going to be take care of patriots and their families. The subset of that today that's in most need are J6ers. But guess what? Tomorrow, and I'm not telling any of you anything you don't know, but it's pastors, it's going to be conservatives, it's already parents that are stepping up in front of school boards saying, you know what? No. You're not going to own our children. And then guess what? And all the audiences that we talk to, we tell them that you're next. I don't care what subset you're part of, but you're next. And you better realize that, and you better get in the fight, and you better understand more about what's going on and how you can potentially get involved to help impact that in a positive way. Anyway, we've talked too long. Thank you so much for being supportive, and we're glad to be here in Auburn.
So everybody, let's give them a big round of applause and let them know that they are honorary J6ers. Mel, you feel like saying a few words, Mel? Do you want to talk? You don't have to. You don't have to be a long production if you just want to say something.
Miss Irene, after her beautiful, beautiful song, she's just walked right out and she had more to say. So, come on, lady.
What I failed to do is talk about American Gulag Chronicles. I sit on the board, and I'm also the treasurer. And in our first quarter of January into March, from book sales and donations for AGC, we took in over just $90,000 in the first 3 months of 2023. After taking that in, we actually put out over $75,000 in donations to, well, actually what we call it emergency relief, to J6 families, to J6 legal defenses. I have not done the quarterly because I'm here in Missouri for these last 3 months. But we believe in a transparency at AGC. And the book is, I have to have tissues. I haven't even gotten through the whole book yet. And because it's gut-wrenching for me. But Tim Rivers and Marie Goodwin went above and beyond when they did this book. But David Summerall summed it up on the Tucker Carlson show and said, this is a book that we should never have in America. And he's not wrong. But yet in conversation, we are already into putting together our second book for Letters from Prison. So look for more information on that coming out. But if you want to purchase the book, it is here. It's over at the table. All the money and the proceeds go out to the J6 families, helping them pay utilities, pay for food. We have a J6 in Tennessee, Joshua Hernandez. His wife right now has got a newborn baby and a couple of other children, and he's doing a 2-year, they gave him 2 years. And he's serving in Memphis or near Memphis. So yes, if you want to get the book, you can purchase the book, or you can go up online to lettersfromprison.us or americangulagchronicles.org to get your copy. And if you really want to see where the money goes, you can actually look on our website at americangulagchronicles.org, and there's the quarterly statement is right there for everybody to read. But thank you for everybody who already purchased.
Thank you. No problem. And one interesting thing that some of our friends in DC did, Suzanne Muffin, I think Helena Gibson was involved in this. They personally delivered 100 books. Where was it? 535. It's for all the Congress were delivered to them on Capitol Hill. So that was a major feat, actually. All right. So some of the guys that I met earlier today, some of them were actually J6ers, so this is the stuff that I really love. If some of you guys, if I don't remember your name, I'm sorry, but if some of you guys want to come up and maybe say why you're here, something like that, say a few words.
You and Steve have the best story. You gotta do it.
It doesn't. We'll give you another minute. We'll let Sherry come talk, and then one of you guys can come up after. So here we go. Sherry. And she has worked really, really hard to help put this together, so let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you, and thank everybody that came back so far this year. Friday is kind of our
intimate Jan 6 speakers from like noon to 9:30, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes each. So it's a very full day tomorrow, plus the fireworks are going to be phenomenal. Thanks to Steve and David. I don't know where David is.
Back here.
We're going to do it again next year, July 5th through 7th. We're going to be planning it all year. We also have a Jan 6 event coming in Dallas, and there's already some really big names that have signed on for that as well. I was kind of missing Marie really bad this year because she does so much. And, you know, she's so busy with everything, and her husband was like, no, I want my wife back. So she's going to join us tomorrow via Zoom so she can talk to everybody because she misses everybody. Here all weekend. Nobody can forget Isaac, dressed as George Washington, playing the piano wherever it went. Hopefully we get that back by tomorrow. And the violin. And I'm like, man, how many 4th of July events have George Washington playing the violin? So I'm really excited. We've got some really good speakers coming tomorrow. Now, sadly, because of the two-tier justice system that we are dealing with, a lot of our speakers are having to appear via Zoom this year that were here live last year, but that just kind of goes to show that we're still dealing with it. And, you know, Captain Garcia wanted. There's a lot of, I don't know, there's a lot of good people that were involved last year that can't be here because of restrictions or, you know, the terms of their probation or their house arrest or just any number of reasons. And so they're all going to be missed this year really bad. And we have a lot of new people involved this year that, you know, dropped plans to be involved because they felt like this was really important. And it is, because not only does the J6 community all need to unite so that we all know who we can trust, we all know who the good organizations are, like APR, they helped me this year. And American Gulag Chronicles, you know, they're amazing. They've helped me and countless others. I don't know, there's several good people involved, and I know that they're all good organizations, and we do need to band together, because if we're all promoting each other and we're all working together towards a common goal, we all have strengths, then each year is going to get bigger and stronger, and our voices are going to get louder, and pretty soon they're not going to be able to ignore us. And, you know, we do get the public involved last year. Sorry, I'm not a professional. Anyway, us out on her radio show, and we had, you know, families just come in on their, you know, their family vacations. They stopped by with their kids to hang out with these terrible insurrectionists, you know, and they spent a beautiful weekend with us, you know, and it was, you know, prayer and togetherness and education for the public, and it was really good, and it taught them a lot, because they looked at us as people, you know, not just, you know, objects or insurrectionists or something that, you know, I mean, patriotism shouldn't be as foreign, and they look at us like, you know, we're, you know, freaks of nature. Yeah, the enemy, because, you know, we are praying and because we care about our country and our Constitution. And then, you know, when you're praying and you have all these people that are, it's all about love and togetherness and supporting each other, and they can say the horrible things that they do to us, you know, and they keep us quiet. They have for a long time, and we're just now all finding our voices. And, you know, the more we work together, the stronger we are, the louder our voices are. We're harder to ignore. They're still destroying us in these trials, and, you know, we still keep waiting for the next big thing to happen. We're still working towards it. We are making headway. We are getting our voices out there. We are getting louder. So us getting together and doing this is really important, because not only do we need voices that don't know that this support exists, And we really need to get out to all the J6ers to know that, they're not alone, just like we all were in the beginning. And last year was beautiful, and how many of us just felt like refreshed and renewed after that weekend. It was fantastic. And the fact that we had, so many people that just came to spend the weekend with us, not knowing what to expect, not knowing really who we were, defying what they saw in the media, just to spend time with us, with their children involved, which really touched me because, I don't get to be with my son, but, these people are coming with their children and going with their hearts and what they feel is true and not what the media has. I feel like it's still going to be really, really good, and I'm hoping they don't beat us. We've got a full day of speakers tomorrow, and if we get like 10 new J6 families that feel like they have support or feel like, oh, I want to go to that next year because look at these people and how they united and how they love each other, and they'll travel from everywhere to do this. And, we're not listening to the hate-inducing meeting we're having right now. It's ridiculous. Yeah! Darn insurrectionists. Anyway, so no, it's like the only way we can keep chipping away at it is to keep supporting each other, getting together, and, Anyway, so I'm really feeling hopeful about tomorrow. We've had a great response, and we've got a full day. I'm really excited about it.
Alright, so I don't want to pressure anybody, but does anybody in the back want to speak? Do you want to say anything? You guys can both come up, take the mic. I'll come back here and go outside and maybe smoke a cigarette. And then Mel and Jen.
Hi everybody, I am Michael Quick. I missed part of the last year because I had to work. I have to do the same thing tomorrow, so I won't be out until tomorrow afternoon. But I went with these characters here to pound that into the ground anymore. It's been quite a road. I think I heard somebody say earlier that the people in this room look a lot stronger than they were last year. I can definitely attest to that. I know I myself am, these guys are, everybody around. The main things I want to say is I want to thank all of you guys for being the backbone who is not an can't speak, we're forced to be silent, there's things that we can't do, sometimes we're afraid to do it. But keep it up, we really appreciate you guys, it's really helping. We're on the downhill slide of ours, we're in the probation period, it's hopefully coming to an end. I half the time feel like that I'm going to be getting a visit just for a lame excuse to keep it going, but we'll see, got another 9 months to go. With all that being said, I'm going to pass the mic to somebody else. I think that's really all I needed to say. Thanks for coming out, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Sorry, I'm going to cut in real quick. Ivan Raikland was supposed to be here. He just texted me. Conspiracy. I won't be able to make it after all. Please ask all to keep me in their prayers. The fight is just starting. God bless. Ivan Raikland.
Wow.
Yeah, he just texted me. They told me to share it.
Wow.
Constitutional lawyer. So you guys remember during the election, the whole 12th Amendment argument about how there could be alternate electors or something to that effect. So who's the prosecutor prosecuting Trump right now? And his lawyer. There's so many of them going on. Yeah, Jack Smith. So this is related to that. So what they're trying to do is anybody who gave Trump, hey, there's this alternate constitutional theory that we can do it like this, they're going to arrest everybody who did that. So they're trying to make sure the lawyers in the future never contest these stolen elections. Is basically what I think it's all about. But I have this page of it, so that's kind of what's going on.
Wow.
Well, that sucks. Yeah, I just can't believe that they're still doing this. You know, they're still just pressing forward with this joke. It's like everybody knows exactly what's going on. Everybody knows the whole, I mean,
Yes.
they're just literally insulting every one of us by every
I will, one
stupid
second.
arrest, every conviction, everything. It's just insulting our intelligence. It's like we all know, you all know, everybody knows that it's a big takeover. It's a world takeover. You know, it's not just America, it's the whole world.
I'm getting ready to tell you.
And the good news is that we do know. And that we, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, people didn't see it. And now everybody is just seeing it, they're awake of it, they're awake of what's going on. And the evil ones are just squirming like snakes that they are. And there's nothing that they can do. This is all they have left. They're firing all their last bullets. They're trying to just, scare us into not doing anything. And that's what we're not doing. People are doing it. People aren't afraid anymore. We all wake up this morning and we all see this stupid mainstream media, you just want to, it's all about violence, right? Because I do. I mean, I just want to strangle that chick. I really do. I just want to shut her up. But it's not really what we're going to do, It's like, that's not what we're about. We just want people to be free, It's like America's the greatest country in the world, and it's because of what it is. It's the Constitution, our founding fathers. It's what it's founded on. God and family and just freedom. Yeah, guns. But freedom. But I was supposed to probably get up here and tell you the story. I was in the Capitol for 13 minutes, and I Facebook Lived while I was there, and they were like, I was Facebook Living because I didn't feel like, anything was, I didn't feel like I was being a criminal of any sort or anything like that. But anyways, we're all here now. We're all here, just still fighting basically just to wake more people up. I mean, really, that's, yes, the people, it sucks. People are still getting arrested. People are not getting, they've just been in jail for, they're just trying to come up with crazy stuff. And all they can do is really at this point bark at us. That's what I'm seeing on the mainstream. It's like you go to somebody speaking at a college or something, you got all the crazy people out there, and all they can do is bark. It's like they're just barking. Yeah, they're literally barking. It's like really, that's all you have left is barking at us? I mean, come on. Let's tell me how you really feel. But anyway, I figured I would just, I'm just off the fly right now, so I'm just letting it go. I don't know. But I'm really actually excited and happy to be part of all this and be alive, I could be like right now. We're actually lucky. We can all sit here and feel like
we already did the national anthem.
Everything's awful or everything's just horrible.
I'll post that later.
Whatever, but that's not the case.
My phone died.
It's not. We're actually all super lucky, and even the people that are having the worst times, and I'll tell you who it's not lucky for, and it's the kids, it's the children. The Sound of Freedom and that movie, and that that's really the core of what DC is. So we can't teach our kids, our values and what America is founded on, and the history and the truth.
Hey, I'm Steve Quick. Got arrested with these guys. Life has been incredible. Groups. I'm thankful to be here, and I can't really back up what Zach was saying. Or I'm bummed out that Ivan didn't make it. I'm just thankful to be here. I thank you guys for being here, and many, many more years of this to come, definitely.
Damned what's up in DC?
Hold on.
We named our Wi-Fi signal Damned Insurrectionists.
1 second.
And we're right in the middle of Capitol Hill.
So what happened was Ivan messaged and said that he had been arrested by the FBI for seditious conspiracy. So I don't know if that is something else that he has been arrested for. I don't know. So Ivan Ricklin has been arrested for seditious conspiracy by the FBI.
And they love to call us names and try to hurt our feelings.
Did you guys catch that?
You ready? The pantsless terrorist is the one I didn't want to say.
Ivan, he just don't stop talking. Ivan Ricklin was arrested for seditious conspiracy by the FBI.
Say thank you all for being here. It's an honor to be with you all and be in the fellowship of other people going through very similar situations. My husband's a January 6th defendant. He's also known as the sheriff of J6. Ronald Gold McBee, he was trying to see him in person one time in DC. We lived normal lives before this, or what you would think to be a normal life. This works. We have God on our In September of 2021, my husband was assaulted in the very liberal field in the inner. So we're just hanging on a thread of hope to think that they're going to fix the 2024. It was bad. I didn't realize how bad it was. And when I had an attorney look at me and say, "Why are you spending so much money on private attorneys? They're going to break the bank." And then when it comes to so I fired our private attorneys and we went back to a public defender because he said there's a 97% conviction rate. We knew we were going to take this case all the way to trial because Roseanne Boylan deserves justice for that day. She's not bad. And there's no better person to tell the story than a police officer who put his life on the line that day to help a fellow officer and try to save her life. And any piece of evidence that they've used against him exonerates him if you turn on the audio and you listen to it because he's talking to the police officers. The police officers thank him for his help that day, and he's trying to stop Lila Morris from beating Roseanne Boylan. And when that attorney looked at me and said that, I knew that I wasn't the only one going to be affected by that, that I knew there were people that have been sentenced 10 years, spent $250,000 on attorneys to be convicted of every single thing, and now they can't even afford an appellant attorney to try and get the sentence lower. So across the board, not only prison reform with these horrendous conditions that these men, mostly men, live in, but the justice that these judges are allowed to do whatever they want. The prosecution can allow whatever evidence in that they want. And if it exonerates the person that they're going after, well, they don't allow it in. They don't allow a change of venue. None of this follows what our Constitution says. And unfortunately, it is DC and they're doing whatever they want, but they're not going to do whatever they want for long. And I promise you, they are going to be held accountable. The people from January 6th are going to be held accountable. The people that are persecuting us are going to be held accountable. Come hell or high water, I'll be damned if we don't fix this system. So thank you all for being here. Courage is contagious, and I know that there was bad press about this. There's bad press about a lot of the stuff that we do, but it's the people that come regardless. Put on a show for them this weekend.
All right. Jen or Heather or anyone else. I don't want anyone to feel like they got looked over or anything like that, but I don't want to feel like I'm pressuring somebody to come talk.
Hello. Hey, my name is John Horton. And, well, wasn't a January 6th or nothing like that, but one of my best friends was Zach Martin. Been my best friend forever. Steve and Mike, both good friends. Zach calls me up one day, says, "Man, I need a place to hide. Come on over. Come on over." And I mean, I'd hide from anything, but you know, I got to really hear what the hell happened. You know, he told me he was going up there and invited me to go. I thought, man, I probably shouldn't go. I mean, I would still be in jail up there forever if I would have went. I guarantee that shit. But he called me. He's like, you know, I was like, actually, during the whole thing, you know, I see shit's going on up there, and I'm like, man, my best friend's up there. Is he okay? What the fuck? What the fuck's going on? Call me. You know, I'm scared. You know, shit's going down on TV that I see that's on TV, and Zach said, well, that's not nothing like what Zach showed me. What I'm watching on the TV is nothing what Zach showed me what happened. I'm like, well, where's all the violence and shit, man? And you know, and I had another friend there too, a friend of ours. And, to me, it's just most important thing to me. I mean, to me, that's where you guys got something. And I prayed then, I pray now, I pray. I'm a praying man. God's in my heart, and I need Him in my heart. I need Him in my life at all times. I really, really need Him, you know. So, for me to know that, you know, when Zach was okay and they were okay, and there was somebody shot, you know, I'm on the news, somebody got shot, and my friend's up there, oh my God, you know, and Zach calls me, he's okay and shit, he comes back, I gotta hide, and I'm like, all right, I gotta hide, you know, let's hide. And I didn't hit anybody, I'll hide anybody down, I don't care about that, I don't care about it. And then to put God in there with it, you guys got something to stand on, you're doing the right thing, and it's powerful, and I'm proud to be a part of it, you know, and I think I'm doing the right thing, and I always have a place for everybody to stay.
Appreciate you. All right, guys. If nobody else wants to speak, we're not closing. We're going to play a little Jen. You want to speak? But we're not going to close. We're going to play a little music and talk to each other and hang out for a while after we get done speaking.
Hey, y'all. I just wanted to say hi. I'm Jen Baker. I have a cute little podcast on Rumble. It's called Flip the Switch with Jen. And this weekend, I just want to hear all your stories. So I've set up downstairs. If you want to talk to me, great. I got involved because they can't hear me. I don't know. Okay. All right. So I started going to, I moved to Virginia 3 years ago from California. Spent 40 years there. And when it looked like China and Mexico had a child, I was like, I'm out of here, and came to Virginia, which it's been really nice. It's totally weird, totally different, like 180 of living. And all of a sudden I started getting into Virginia is when 2020 started, and we got locked down, and I started listening to the news and Fox and seeing what was going on, because when you're in Hollywood, it's all around you, but you don't really see what's going on, right? It's all fake. It's all movie. And so I just started getting involved. I found this group of people like-minded, and they have a breakfast. All of our history is there, and Yorktown, and I'm looking at it every day now, and I'm so pumped to be part of this awakening of our American humans that love this country. And started going to this breakfast club and met Donna and Jennifer Mellis, who is the mother and sister of John Mellis, and heard his story, and I was like, I had no idea. And then started getting some J6ers on my podcast and hearing these stories, and it's just like one after the other, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is seriously going on? Like, John Mellis has not had a bond hearing in 730 days? And that was, 4 months ago, right? So I just couldn't believe it was going on to this extent. I just didn't know, you know. And now I'm, you know, talk about drinking from a water hose. I've been doing that and trying to learn everything that's going on with this heard. So visit me downstairs this weekend, and we'll get you on there. And it'll be fun. And I'm so excited to be here. Thank you guys so much. I feel really blessed.
Thank you, Jim. All right, guys, we're going to listen to a little music and just hang out. And Sherry, we're going to leave Ivan's slot on the list for tomorrow.
Okay.
I was thinking, so if they put Ivan in the Patriot pod, everybody's cases just got better. So I don't think they're going to do that, though. Chance you can call in or something. If not, I've got plenty of stuff I can play from Ivan that would be beneficial. Yeah. So Ivan did one of the most beastly things I've ever saw. So you guys, what's the name of the CDC director who just testified in front of Congress a couple weeks ago? You know, everybody's seen her during COVID. The dark-haired lady, she's like copper skin or whatever. I can't remember her name. Okay. So she's testifying in front of Congress, and Ivan's taught us how to go to Capitol Hill and like, talk to these people and stuff. We weren't there that day, but she comes walking out, and he's like, "Miss Lewinsky, Ivan Raiklan," and she comes over to shake his hand, and he's like, "I just wanted to talk to you before you testify about murdering 38,000 Americans with the jab." Then she had to turn around, sit down, and testify in front of Congress and the world on live C-SPAN. It was brilliant. Yes.
A lot of people are tired, so we are going to hang out here, but we are meeting back at what time in the morning? 9:30? 9? What time should we get here?
We're not leaving.
Not leaving. All right.
I think we can meet whenever, but I think we're, some of the said 11, some said 12, so 11.
11. We'll be back. So I know a lot of people are tired. Irene has set up all these beautiful decorations, and so some people need to rest. So I was just saying, good night.
So the feds may be messing with us.
So as soon as Sherry.
Yeah, they're playing with Ivan's phone, apparently.
Okay. So Ivan is actually on the phone with Joe and creating confusion. So just the latest. I know Joe very well, but he's checking on. He's on the phone with Ivan, and
Yeah, just tell Ivan to send over a text.
yeah. So I've sent over all the stuff that Sherry shared with Ivan, and we'll try to figure it out. Okay.
Well,
so I can repeat.
You guys hear that?
But you know, you would think it's.
We're recording.
Everyone yet, but I look forward to getting to know all of you and spending time with you this weekend. God bless you all.
So from what I hear, Ivan has not been arrested. That is not true. They're trying to figure out exactly what's going on with his phone and why she would have not been arrested is the latest update. Understand. Yeah, that's very, very strange. So, I don't know. Dang. Somebody pranking somebody. Probably be getting started about 11:30. I think we're supposed to be here at about 11, so I'll try to have everything ready to go by 11:30.
strange trip, it's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same. Living life through the night, the line of lightning strike. It's hard to sleep, man, when I'm
Speaking. I'll correct it. So I just posted the videos, guys, so if you want to go back and see the Sing for Freedom, I don't know if they have posted yet, but they should be shortly posting. So if you put in, if you look for J6 Truth and Light Festival, Day 1, Part 1, right at the beginning of that is where you'll see the Sing for Freedom. Freedom for USA, Lori Hayden, Dana Christensen, Ashley, Mary M, Naomi's here somewhere. Line. Now, if you can help with the expenses of coming out here, make sure you use